Hey there piglets, it's me, Brody, otherwise known as Porcine Assembly Line, and welcome to another episode of the Golden Pig Review Show. If you haven't caught one before, this is how it works. I pick 3 tracks from the week's submissions, I play them in no particular order, I give a little bit of feedback after each one, the good, the bad, anything that made me feel like jumping from a helicopter without a parachute, and then after that, I award the song I like the most with the Golden Pig, which is a completely useless, pointless award with no value. It's really just my gimmick. Before we move on to this week's first track, I just want to address the elephant in the room. I am wearing pajamas. Thought about changing into something more appropriate, decided not to. I thought, fuck it. Sunday evening when I'm filming these videos, I'm usually wearing pajamas, so this time, all pajamas. Deal with it. Alright guys, let's take a look at the first track. Our first track this week comes to us from the UK, from Stevie Boys. It's entitled Tropical Carnival. Just to set it up for you, it's an instrumental track. There's a fair bit of guitar and whatnot going on in it. It's microtonal, so you've got little quarter steps in between your half steps that you would normally hear on a guitar, which is quite unusual, but it was definitely worth sharing with you. So let's take a listen now, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so that was Tropical Carnival by Stevie Boys. The good stuff. That microtonal sound, it's like really, really weird and lush and notoriously difficult to pull off well. So that was really well handled. I just love the overall groove of that track. I just think it's got this light, uplifting, upbeat groove to it, especially when sort of the instruments pull away, the various instruments pull away to make room for one thing. Typically the drums, but it just kind of works, and it's very upbeat and uplifting, and it makes you want to dance, which is cool. It's definitely well recorded and overall a well written track, but the one thing that I will say on the negative side on the writing is that there's just a couple of places where the melodic variations felt a tiny bit forced to me. That was just to my ear, but overall a really, really good instrumental track. Well done, Stevie Boys. Alright, so our next track is a very special treat in that it's not just audio but a video of a live performance. It comes from a band here in Australia, in my local area, called Dero. If you need to understand the name, you'll probably find an explanation on Urban Dictionary. It's an Australian slang term. The song is called Lunatic, and it's kind of a, how would I say, I would probably classify it as, hardcore punk, I guess, like Rollins style of thing. But sent in as a live video, which I'm completely open to. If anybody else has a live video and no studio recordings that they want to send in to me, feel free to do so. Completely happy with that. I'll play it for you now, and we'll talk about it on the other side.
Fuck!
Okay, so that was Lunatic by Dero out of the Bendigo area in Australia. What do we say about Lunatic? It's a messy as fuck song, like real gritty and harsh and intense and lovely sort of distorted mess, which is exactly what you're looking for if you're listening to this kind of sound. The intensity of the whole thing, the whole performance, the whole song, especially in the vocal department, was just spot on. Exactly what I was hoping it would be, which is great. And also, the song's fairly easy to follow along with and just get into the groove of. You know, it's not too complicated and still not too simple either. And another thing that I would say on the positive side for that track is, just like the first track we listened to just made me happy and want to dance, Lunatic just made me want to hit something really hard, which I must admit I sometimes need. On the negative side, it's not really a negative, more just a suggestion, and I'm sure it's crossed your mind, guys. Get a fucking studio recording. I really would love to hear whether your sound translates well into the studio like it does on stage. And if you are, in the area, in the Bendigo area, make sure to go check out Dero the next time they're playing. I think they're playing more Melbourne than Bendigo, but yeah, just check them out. On to our final track for this week. Alright, piglets. Our final track for this week comes to us from Germany. It was sent through in two versions. There was an English version and a German version. And I picked the German version because I think the song sounds best in that language. It's from Marrandro. I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. And the song is Daemonenfreunde. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. My German's not flash. It's pretty lousy. I've got about half a dozen phrases at best. I can order a coffee and say hello and goodbye and a couple other things. It's kind of a dark pop ballad, I guess. Yeah, and I really took a shine to it when I heard it. I think it's a great track. So I hope you guys enjoy it as well. Let's listen now to Daemonenfreunde by Marrandro.
Weiße Magie und schwarzen Humor. Ich werde jetzt tun, was ich wollte davor. Meine Dämonen sind schon hier, lachen ins Gesicht zu mir, fragen, du willst dich befreien, dann wirst du alleine sein. Alle warten geduldig an meiner Tür. Wenn du gehst, wir sind bereit und bleiben bei dir. Ich trag eine Krone, die schützt mich vor Schmerz. Trag einen Rubin und er schützt mein Herz. Das Dreiforce in mir, die Quelle der Macht. Mein Schatz, den ich spür, ich suche danach.
that was Daemonenfreunde by Marrandro out of Germany. The stuff I liked, I really enjoy the flow of the vocals. I don't know how much of that comes down to the German language. I just enjoy it, particularly in songs. But that was excellent, as was the singing itself was quite good. The overall sound of the song is fairly lush and lovely and well put together. It does border on cheesy, but that's not really a negative to me. Like, cheesy can be good. And it's well crafted and carries along quite well from section to section. You know, it keeps you interested. The only thing I would say on the negative side is there was something that just annoyed me in the bridge with the way that the drums were going, but in particular the kick drum. It just kind of threw me off and just took my enjoyment back a tiny bit. But other than that, a really well put together song. I quite enjoyed it. So very well done, Marrandro. Alright, piglets. It's Golden Pig time. This week has been another difficult week to pick. I immensely enjoyed all three of the selected tracks and a couple of the other tracks that were sent through that didn't make the cut for this week or that came in too late. I've had to hold on to for a future week. In the end, for this week, I didn't pick just based on my own initial enjoyment or my own enjoyment of the track. I also picked based on my complete inability to get this track out of my fucking head. It's Tropical Carnival by Stevie Boy. That microtonal melody is haunting my fucking dreams, and I love it, and it's brilliant, and I want to hear more stuff like that. Both of the other tracks get a massive thumbs up too, but yeah, Tropical Carnival for the Golden Pig this week. So if you have interesting music, different music, even if it's music that sounds like stuff I will have heard before, I don't care, send it in. Anything is welcome, everything is welcome, everything is wanted on this show. I want to hear instrumentals, I want to hear rock, I want to hear metal, I want to hear hip hop, I want to hear freaking country if you've got something that you think will get my attention. If you want to do that, drop me a line, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, or send me an email to the email in the description. Let me know where to find your track, I'll check it out. And if I pick it for the show, I'll ask you to send a copy to porcineassemblyline@gmail.com. If you want to check out more music from any of the acts featured, or you want to find out where they're playing, if you're in their country, check out their socials in the description for this video. And as always, send me your shit. Bye for now.